Hey crafty friends, I'm back and today I'm going to be using one of my free printable sheets here, and I was able to print this on some really pretty white shimmer cardstock, so I'm so excited about this. And I'm going to be using the longest coordinating die for my sentiments here. So I'm first going to cut a couple out here, so I'm just going to use the dashed line and cut it in half, and then this allows you to die cut through your 6-inch die cut machine. So I have a regular Sizzix Big Shot here, and I do like these top two sayings. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I really wanted to use some snowflakes today, so here this one also says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and I couldn't decide between the two, so I'm going to cut them both out. And look how cool this is. So you don't need any stamps or anything. You can get these printables for free on our site right now. I'm so excited about that because it's not like we have Christmas stamps yet. So I wanted to offer you something because I know that we're all making Christmas cards now. So I'm going to show you a neat trick here. I'm grabbing my cherry tape. It's about the same width as my saying, and I'm going to tape this on the back of my cardstock. So I'm just going to look to see where my sentiment is, and it's about there. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And then I'm going to die cut with the adhesive on the back of it. And this essentially just creates a sticker for you so that when you are ready to use your sentiment, you can then just peel the backing off and you don't have to use glue. I love doing die cuts like this. Something like this isn't as intricate. You don't necessarily need it, but so when you're ready, you just peel that backing off and yeah, you can stick it on your card. So I'm actually grabbing the same white cardstock, the white shimmer cardstock, and there I had one of my A2 card bases, so I could just measure with that. But it's just cutting in half. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I'm using the other half, so I have that one half for my card base, the other half I'm going to cut out some snowflakes. So I'm going to do the same exact trick here. And I'm just putting that cherry tape on the back of my cardstock. So they do sell a 2-inch wide cherry tape, which would be a little bit easier than the one I'm using, but I just have this on hand, so I'm going to use this today. So now I'm going to cut out my snowflakes, and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of them because what I'm going to do is use these die cuts on the front of my card onto the cardstock, and it's going to look like an embossed image. This is very, very cool. So it's going to look like I have an embossed snowflake folder here, but I don't, and I really wanted that image, especially with these cool sayings. So here I am running this through my die cutting machine, and I'm going to do it one more time because I do have that adhesive on the back, so it does make it a little bit thicker. And I'm just going to take these out here and see how they look. I was a bit worried that this didn't cut through all the way, so we can check on the back. So you see the adhesive, you can see the strips, and I felt like when I was looking here that it wasn't cut through, so I cut it through one more time, but in actuality, I think that they were fine. I just got a little nervous, and I'm actually flipping over my plastic sandwich sheet. I can't remember the name of them, but the plastic that goes in between the two, you can flip it over and it can kind of give a little bit more pressure, which is nice. So here these are popping out good now, and what was kind of nice about these is that the adhesive came off before me even taking the die out, so the dyed image. So this was the snowflake. I'm just putting it in the corner, and look how cool that looks. And then I'm just going to end up trimming the edges when I'm done. So I'm going to grab another snowflake here, and I'll just show you guys. So this one came off really nicely, but the adhesive was still off and on that sheet, the white cardstock, if you can see there. So that was really nice, so I didn't have to worry about it. So here I'm just going to trim this edge and the other edge because I realized what I wanted to do was fold my card in half first, because I do just want to put this on the front of my card, and I want to make sure I know my spacing on the front there. So here I just folded it in half. I like using my 12 by 12 scoreboard to get a perfect fold. And then here I'm going to go through, take the adhesive off all the backs of the snowflakes and place them on. So I actually ended up running out of snowflakes. So I decided I'm going to make a couple more for a little hole in the top there, and I'm trying to just size them out and see which one would look best. So I'm just going to do the same exact process, and I'm using the rest of my cardstock here and trimming down my cherry tape for the back of the adhesive. I really love doing this trick, especially with intricate dies like snowflakes, and then you don't have to worry about glue. I especially didn't want to have to worry about glue. I just didn't want it to look, I wanted it to look like one cohesive thing. Like I wanted to look like I didn't even die cut these snowflakes, like the paper just came like that, right? So, and it really does look like an embossed image. So you can do this with any type of cardstock as long as you use the same color. So you use the same color card base and then the same image, whatever you're die cutting out. And then it's just going to look very, very cool. This really cool monochromatic is the word. I'm always worried I'm going to say it wrong, but it's all like the one color look, and it does make it look like it's an embossed image. The only issue I had here was puzzling together the snowflakes, right? So I didn't want them necessarily all like touching. So here I'm just trying to work out where I want these snowflakes at. So I decided to do a little bit here on the edge, and I'm going to trim the rest of this snowflake off, but then I'm going to reuse it on my sheet here at the top, and I'm feeling like this corner might be good, so that works out there. And then I'm still looking at the other snowflakes I cut out, and I think this one actually is going to work, and I'm just going to place it down there, and I think that looks good. I feel like that looks really nice. I do have a blank space over here on the right side still, and I just couldn't let it be. So I'm grabbing the cute little mini one and placing that on the edge. And so yeah, I think that looks pretty good as far as covering the front goes. And the back you could also do, but that is a lot more work. But so here I'm just taking my adhesive scissors, since I do have the tape on the back of my snowflakes, and I'm trimming the edges. So you can see here, you'll really get to see the effect of this look once this is trimmed down. So check this out. Isn't that cool? So there's a little bit of piece there. And then making sure everything, all my tape is peeled off the backings. That looks awesome, doesn't it? I mean, what a cool effect. Isn't that cool? We trim the edges. It looks like an embossed folder almost. So now here I have my two sayings, and I'm thinking, which one do I want to use? I think I like the white Christmas one, because I mean, look at this. We got this white theme going on. I really love it. And I was going to put it on some foam. I really love doing that, but I don't know. I'm really liking this flat right on this, and you can still see the snowflakes. And I'm thinking I might add some sequins here around the snowflakes, a little bit of pop of color. But I'm really loving this white on white, and I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Get it? Kind of goes with the theme here. So I'm just going to peel my backing off of my adhesive. This is the one I die cut with the cherry tape on the back, so that works nicely. And then just putting that in the center. Awesome. Isn't that beautiful? I really think you could just leave it like that. I really do. But I decided I wanted to add a little bit of color, and so I'm going to go through and add some sequins here. So I'm actually just going to do the centers of the snowflakes. I decided as to not add too many sequins as is what I sometimes do. I love adding sequins when you're nearing the end of a card and you feel like it just needs something else. Sequins or little enamel dots, any of those type of small embellishments always go a long way. I was going to put one there, but I felt like I didn't want it to get too in the way of the saying here. So here's my pretty card. It was so much fun to make. I loved this. It was nice and simple. I'll probably finish the inside later and make sure to show that to you guys. But here it is. Here's this beautiful card with this cool effect of the die cuts on the background. And I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to grab your free printables. Thanks for watching, guys.